Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about Tokyo Ghoul Volume 1 review. Tokyo Ghoul Volume 1 introduces us to a world where flesh-eating ghouls live secretly among us. Could be anyone. Our protagonist, Ken Kaneki, is just an average college student with a passion for books, and his whole life is about to change when he meets Rise. By the way, Rise is a wife who also likes reading books, and well, she's a ghoul. And our man Kaneki actually lands a date with this girl, and things don't really go according to plan. She tries to kill him, but luckily enough, our boy Kaneki survives because later on he gets organ transplant, and well, fortunately, unfortunately, the one who transplants the organs, like the one whose organs are taken from, is Rise, the ghoul, which makes Kaneki half ghoul, half human. And it's a whole story about how he's trying to fit in both worlds, well, in either of them, but he has no place. He has like existential crisis going on. Like, he don't know if he's a human or a ghoul, and well, he really doesn't want to be a ghoul because ghouls are just as bad, very bad. There's practically discrimination going on at peak. This feels like 1980 America, but that's okay. But luckily enough, Kaneki finds his place at Antaiku. Now, what the fuck is Antaiku? Antaiku is a coffee shop. This coffee shop is basically run by all ghouls. Everybody's a ghoul there, and everybody who is also a ghoul but not works in there in the same area also like treats it as a like headquarters. It's pretty fucked up. It doesn't even last for that long, but spoilers. I'm sorry that was spoilers. But that's okay. Anyways, I yap too much. So let's talk about some characters. Kaneki is not the only ghoul we are introduced to in this book. We're also introduced to Rise. As I mentioned, this chick is hot. And we're also introduced to our main waifu, Choka. Choka is pretty badass. She's also a ghoul. Kaneki and her meets at the coffee shop Antaiku. She doesn't really know she's a ghoul yet, but he is about to know it soon. And it's so amazing how Kaneki is desperately scared of her and doesn't want to have anything to do with her. But at the end, when he gets desperate, she's the one he goes to, because for him, she's pretty much all the help he can get in this world. And then there is Hide, everybody's favorite Hide. So this guy is like the best friend of Kaneki since elementary school, and Hide is like my favorite character after Kaneki, because he is just so cool. And well, those of you who don't know, at the end of volume 1, and I think it's also mentioned in the anime as well, if you look closely at this panel, this is Hide, and he opened his eyes, which is indication that he was listening. And this is the most key spoiler of the entire shit, because at the end it's revealed that he knew it all along. This is just so cool to see, because I have actually watched the anime before, so I know what is going to happen. It's so cool to just reminisce about it, like, yeah, I saw that. It's just so great. And it's by the way, it's written by Sui Ishida. At start, I thought that when I was reading the manga, I thought that the art had like ups and downs. Like in the first chapter, at some place I thought it was completely amazing. Then I thought it was just a bit rushed. Like, not much time was poured into it. But just that the story is so good that I stopped caring about it. I just went on with it because I just love how all the characters develop. I know what's gonna happen. I don't want to spoil anything. But for now, in the first volume, I think if you haven't read it, you already are missing out on so much stuff, because it's just that good. It's by far one of my top 10 animes and manga series of all time. I love how everybody is just so fierce, so badass, and so much character development is done with every single character. That, like, I mean, for half of you who have watched or read Tokyo Ghoul, you know that Ken Kaneki is not everybody's favorite character. There are also so many cool ones that have yet to come, but still. Well, let's get back on the art style. As I said, it feels a little inconsistent. It feels like not much love is poured into it. It feels a bit rushed, but that's okay, I guess, to some points where the atmosphere of what's going on just takes over the art style. It becomes so, like, for some chapters, well, in the first episode in the anime. I'm not sure about that, but I think Rize actually dies. So Rize is dead now because some steel beams fall over her. The panel where the steel beams fall over her, I feel like that wasn't really much justified to Rize, because it just looked not particularly keen on the art. Like, it felt a lot rushed. I'll show you guys. Here, you can see that, like, these hands, this is, I just don't like it, that, to be honest. Like, the entire two-page spread is just looks so good, but then there's just these odd hands that I don't know. I think it's just me, but I just don't like it. But yeah, rest of times there's also when there's a close-up shot of Kaneki where he realizes one of his eyes are black and red, and that just also feels a little like one side is too much detail and other is just left off. I think it's just me, but yeah, guess not for everyone. And don't get me wrong, it's not just a horror manga, it's so much more. It has so much going on for itself, as like so much character development, deep exploration of identity. Like, if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Because Kaneki at the start is completely lost of who he is. Later on, when we move forward in the story, we realize, oh my god, he's finally found himself a place where he can actually belong. And that's also how the story ends. It's the biggest spoiler of all time. It's also how the story ends, and it just is so good. The last panel of this whole series is by far my favorite panel because it's so wholesome, so much just amazing. And yeah, that's about it. That's all I would like to say about Tokyo Ghoul. If you haven't watched it, you're missing out on it, and you really should watch it. But don't go watching it before subscribing. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment down below. And let me know how you liked it. If you want to see more of these videos, ring the bell icon as well. Thank you. See you next time.